Hi guys, welcome back. I am going to share with you my 2023 Hobonichis. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I got my first Hobonichi in May of this year. So I bought an A6, which is the original, thinking it was the A5, my first time buying Hobonichi, so I was a little bit confused. So then I did order the A5 once I figured it out, and then I did buy a Moterm cover for it. And I'm loving it so much. For the first time ever, I'm actually consistent with for the first time ever, I'm actually consistent with daily journaling. I think it's because it is dated. So I got this in May. It's an April start. So I did go back and this is April 1st. I did a webinar. So I took notes. I used the blank pages that I had and just random pictures, but I really started this, in May. I think it was May 13th or something like that. But I think it's because it's dated, so I actually can journal in it each day. And it's also the paper. The paper is divine. I totally see what everybody talks about. It just goes so well with my fountain pen. I absolutely love journaling in this every day. And I use the monthly for gratitude, or just sort of like a line a day of something that made me happy. So that's what I'm using the monthly for. And then the weeklies, I just go back and it's basically a form of memory planning, just writing down what actually happened on these days. So that way I have a snapshot of the whole year of my life, day in a life. Small moments, big moments, all of it. This I've been using for, I'm not really going to show you when it's in it because it's but I'll just do a quick little. I'm also journaling in this each day, and this is sort of to track my moods and my cycle and health. Basically, this is like a health journal, mental health, physical health. That's what this here is. So for next year, I did get another cousin, and I got the English edition. So I'm really excited to try this because with the other one, it's all Japanese. So the quotes on the bottom are Japanese, even though they have the day of the week in English, but the symbols, it's Japanese. And then at the back, it's all Japanese. So I haven't used these back pages. I don't really know how to use them because I can't read it. So I thought, let's try the English version. There's a store not far from me in Cambridge, Ontario called Fidon Pens. I discovered them in the summer. I just saw them on Instagram, and I thought, and I was at the cottage for the summer, so I couldn't go right away. So I just thought, you know what, in the fall, I'm going to go there and see what they're all about. And oh my gosh, they have so much. It's just such a great store, and I'm so glad that I have something I can actually drive to, because here in Canada, we don't really have a lot. We primarily have to order online because we don't have all the cool shops that are in Japan or in the US. So pretty cool. So they had the English version that I could flip through before purchasing and committing. So I was able to see how it compares to the Japanese version. And so I did decide to go with the English version because then I could read everything. I also got a weeks. So I figured instead of journaling for all health, all my health in here, I might try this. This does go until April, so I can kind of play around with both to see what I like. I do like how small this is. It's easy to carry around with me, but I'm just obsessing over the weeks lately with all of the videos that I'm watching and how people decorate them, but also how they journal in them. And I do like how small this is. So yeah, let's open everything up. This is really exciting. So this is the Hobonichi Cousin, which is A5 size. And I like that it's paper. Okay, so it has has the little life book, Hobonichi Techo 2023. So they all come with these. It's cute. More things born in a Hobonichi Techo. A family gathering is born. A dream is born. So they just show you like different ways that people use them. I like that. That's really cool. So this shows that this person enters color-coded numbers from her pedometer into her techo. She's been keeping up this habit since her first Hobonichi techo 10 years ago. So that's cool. So they explain what people use it for. That is so cool. Love that. Because we all like to see how people use their planners, don't we? So just a cute little note paper there. So I've been hearing that they are going to be using a different paper for 2024. So it's a new Tomo River paper, and that's the paper that are in the Hobonichis. So they give you an example so you could test it out and compare. I love that they did that. That is really cool. So they give you the different layouts here, a few dailies, just a blank page, and a monthly. So you can test it out and compare it to what you're currently using now. Did they give 2 of these? Yeah, they gave 2. That's cool. So I don't know. I'm not a Tomo River paper expert, so I don't really know what to compare it to. It does feel more thin, but we'll see. Okay, so without further ado, this is the cousin. It's a book-bound planner, and it has basically everything in one. So you have your year at a glance. So you've got the current year, the previous year, and then the next year. And then you have your, I don't know, what do you call this? Future planning, maybe? So it gives you the whole year. And then you have all of your monthlies together. So they give you December. So if you wanted to start with December, and if you're using this as a traditional planner, it's a good idea to have your previous month so you can refer back. So that's neat that they do that. So there's until December, and then they give you, so December 2022 to December 2023. And then they also give you the first, how many months of 2024? The first 3 months of 2024 as well. So that's a lot of months. And then they give you all of your 52 weeks. It's an hourly timed. It is military time. That has been an adjustment for me with my current planner or my current journal, because I do find myself when I'm writing in what I've done, I'm like, okay, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just to see what time it is. So that I find still a bit of a challenge. I'm still getting used to that. Okay, so that's your monthly. And then on the left here, it tells you what week you're on. So this is the 52nd week of 2022, and then first week of 2023. So each week that you go, it tells you what week you're on. So that's cool. And then it highlights or circles the week that you're on here. So you have your current month calendar on the top left of each page. Okay, so I chose Monday start. I like my weekends together, but I think you can do Sunday start too, if you prefer that. So that goes on for, you've got your 52 weeks in there. And then, so this is December 2023, December 2022 calendar here. I like this, turning the page to a new year. So you can do some goal planning here if you want, or maybe your top memories from the previous year, whatever you decide to do. And then at the beginning of each month, you have a blank page. So I typically write intentions there. Once I journal and reflect, and then let's see, where can I find one? I haven't done it the whole time. I've just started to do this. Let me see. So here's August, and I did some intentions and some journaling, just reflecting on the month of July and where I was mentally at that time. So that's what I like to use that page for. and then you get into your dailies. So again, military time here on the left. If you're using this as a planner, I just journal. And then you have 5 check boxes up here. So if you were doing daily planning, you can do like your top 5 focuses for the week if you want. Your weekly just has a blank space. So you could put your top focuses there. What I do for that is I do what the weather was. So I do the weather each day. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much, you know, the layout here. On the right side of each page, they show you the current month in case you wanted to reference the calendar. So this is cool. I can actually see what the quotes are. When you open the hatch to go out for EVA, you become a spaceship, or rather you become a star. You are an object orbiting the Earth under the Earth's gravity. So they're a little space. Oh, that's from an astronaut. Oh, okay, so it's probably a quote from an astronaut. That's cool. So it's quotes from different people. It's neat to actually see what these are because it's in English. So yeah, you do have, I mean, you do have the Japanese. I assume that, oops, sorry. I assume that would mean Saturday, that symbol there. So, but yeah, they have the actual month, the day, and the day of the week. So that's cool that it's all in English. So you have all the whole year here. I do like how each month is a different color. Love that. And then, so it goes until December. Okay, that's what those numbers are. So I did notice that there was a number here. So that's the days. That's day 365. That's the end of the year. Day 357 and so on. Okay, that's good to know. So day 200. I don't really track what day of the year it is that way, but it's neat. It's kind of neat. And then you have some grid paper at the back for notes. Does this one have the grid paper for notes? I think it does. I haven't used it yet though. Yep, it does. So if you just, oh, it's only two pages of grid. And this is it's more. 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of grid notes at the back. And then we have the timetable. So let's compare side by side here. So this is cool. So yeah, that being in Japanese, I didn't know how to use this. So it says here, write a recurring hourly schedule for each day of the week. This is useful for a variety of things, such as filling in the broadcast times of a favorite television show or splitting up house chores. Okay. So that's probably the 7 days of the week. I don't know. How would you use this? And then you have your Monday to Sunday here. If you guys use this, I would love some ideas. Okay, and then the next page, graph paper. So yeah, I was never, again, it's all in Japanese. I didn't know how to use that. This page is convenient for recording your daily weight or other ongoing changes when you have a certain target in mind. The extra space at the bottom is for additional notes. Okay. Could be good for tracking sleep, moods, things like that. And then this here, I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Favorites. This is a great place to list rankings for movies, books, music, restaurants, events, games, and much more on a sliding scale of 5 stars. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think it's only the one page of favorites. Yeah. So you can maybe your top 12, whether it be restaurants or movies or TV shows, what have you. And then my 100. Make a list of up to, or make a list of up to 100 entries for anything you want. Things to accomplish this year, books you've read, movies you've seen, snacks you've tried, shops you want to visit. It's up to you. That is neat. So the difference with the Japanese one, it has title. So you can put a title of what it is you're tracking. This one, oh, the title's on the right-hand side. So in the Japanese one, it's all on one page, but in the English one, you have 2 pages. So, and you have more room to write. That's good. And I like how every 10 is bolded. have to decide what I'm going to use that for. Maybe top 100 moments. And then we don't have, I don't think this page is in there in the English one. This is, I'm not sure what this is. It has pictures of plants, so I don't really know what that is. And then here it gives you probably a description of what all of these symbols mean. So that's not in this one. We have little pictures here. Use your daily quotes in your Hobonichi Techo. When practicing a loud voice, don't force it, have fun. That's kind of cool. So how to better enjoy conversation. So it's tips. We've teamed up with TV host Mary Watanabe to suggest ways you can improve your conversational skills. A comfortable conversation is like casual wear. It's kind of neat, actually. Okay, words to remember. Does this one have that? I don't know. I don't know what all of this is. These have pictures of, I don't know if it's sleeping positions. I presume it's something that has to do with health and wellness. Okay. So it does vary a little bit. We don't have the words to remember in the Japanese one. So write down memorable phrases you encounter throughout the year that you don't want to forget. That's cool. 3, 6, 9. So that's 12 months there. So you have a spot for each month. And then we have 365 days check off sheet. So this could be good for some sort of a habit that you are wanting to get to. So it goes from 1 to 365, and then it says congratulations. Cool. And then gifts. This one does have the gifts as well. And then addresses for 8 people. And then personal notes. Use this page to keep your information in one place in case of an emergency. If you have found this book, please contact the person listed below. I presume they mean listed above. And then it's just some information about Hobonichi, the website. Cool. And then each of them has their own individual number. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's just the page. I thought this was the cover. Yeah, so that's how those differ. Not sure what this here is. It has different years, and there's addresses for 8 people as well, and then personal notes. So cool. Like, there's a lot that's the same, but then there's quite a few differences as well. All right, so that is my cousin, which I'm going to use for the same thing as journaling and memory keeping as well. And I do like these back pages. I will definitely utilize those. Now, the weeks. This is my first time getting a weeks. This is the Smooth Sweet Pink January start, and I just got the regular weeks. The regular weeks has 75 additional gridded memo pages in the back of the book, whereas there's also a mega Hobonichi weeks. It's a mega, and it has, I don't remember, over 100 grid pages in the back. So because this was my first one, I thought, I don't think I need the extra good grid pages in the back, so I'm just going to keep it simple for my first one. Oh, this is nice. So it is embossed on the spine. It says 2023. I like this idea. So for, you know, tracking health, and I can look back, and it has the year here. I don't have to flip through to see what year it is. That was part of the appeal with this, instead of getting another A6. I mean, it says it on the cover, but if I have them on a shelf, I like the idea of it being on the spine. But also I like how small it is. Oh, the paper, it feels like linen. It's very nice. Okay, so then same idea. You have your year, this year, last year, and then the next year. Important dates, write your important events and national holidays here. So, or whatever you want to keep track of. And then here is your year at a glance here. Now this is small. This is very small. What I've started to use it for in this one, because I haven't really known how to. I was tracking like sleep and energy and things like that. And then for this one here, for this month, for September, I thought, I got this idea from Hey Planner Girl that she does it in her weeks. And I thought, I really like that. Tracking my sleep, my moods, and then if I have pain, and then when I have my cycle, to see how the pain and my moods relate to my cycle. So so far I'm liking that. I'm most likely going to continue. Won't be easy to do in this one because it is so tiny. So I'm not sure what I would use that for. Maybe just write down what my mood was that day, not really sure. And then here is the monthly. And the paper is kind of more yellow, whereas in the A6 it's white. So that's a difference I noticed right away. More room down here, so I could do this type of tracking down here, because I do like to track that and see. You can see my moods have been all over the place lately. I'm in perimenopause right now, which is why, a big reason why I'm doing this, so that I know I'm not going crazy. If you've gone through it, you understand. And how in one day I can be really happy and then have anxiety, or I can be really sad and depressed, or just content. But I have different moods depending on the hour sometimes in the same day. So it has not been a picnic. So I find tracking it helps me make sense of it, and helps it to be more bearable. Okay, so for your monthlies here and the weeks, you get the last month of the previous year. So it shows December, in case you wanted to reference that. And then you have your 12 months. Let's see. Okay, and then it gives you January, February. So it gives you the first 3 months of the following year as well. Okay, here we go. So same as the cousin, where it shows you what week you're on. So the month, 11th month, the year, and then what week you're on. And then you have your weekly here. So it's week on one page, Monday to Sunday. And then your space for notes. And just like in the other Hobonichis as well, it looks like it has the moon phase, but I feel like this is the moon phase for Japan, not for North America, because there's been times where I'm like, oh, it looks like it's a full moon tomorrow. And then I look it up and our full moon is not on the same day. But yeah, I think that's what these symbols are, the moon phase of that given day. It looks like the left side does not have a grid on it. Yeah, so if I take that off, you'll see that there's no grid. So it's just blank space, but when it lies flat, you can see the grid from the previous page here. So then it will help you write neat. I like the grid because it helps me write straight and neat. And this is cool. It's very subtle, little dots here. So if you wanted to split each day into thirds, it looks like that is will give you even measurements. So that's cool. And then you've got your English quotes on the bottom, and then who the quote is from. And then on the right-hand side, you have the current month calendar. So that is the same as the other ones. So then you have, most likely, you have all 12 months. I'm wondering if they give you nope, they don't. So they only give you, so with your monthly calendars, they give you the first 3 months of the next year, but in your weeks, they don't. It just goes straight until the end of the month. How cool is it that December 31st next year is a Sunday? I love when that happens. Then the new year starts on a Monday. That is cool. Okay, useful abbreviations. That is neat. Use this list of abbreviations to make efficient use of limited space in your techo. The space on the bottom is for coming up with your own frequently used terms. So you can put your own 1, 2, 3, you have enough for 4 of your own down here. That is neat. To be determined, to be confirmed, request, important, nota bene. If I saw NB, I would never think that that means important. That I use all the time for meeting. ASAP, appointment. A lot of these I do use, but there's some here that are new to me. Okay, and then notes. I wonder if this is supposed to be a table. Oh, this is probably a table of contents for the grid pages. So page and then the subject. So if you were, they don't give you very many though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12. So if you divided this into 12 sections. Oh, and your pages are numbered in your grid pages. That's cool. So if you were doing some sort of a bullet journal type idea back here, so you've got 75 pages and they are all numbered so that you can organize them here. Very cool. So 75 divided by 12. No, not 12. How many did I say there were? Was that 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 12. Does that divide evenly? So you'd get 6.25 pages for each subject if you wanted to divide it evenly. But obviously you don't have to. You can do whatever floats your boat. That is really neat. I'm going to have to give that some thought. Because if I'm, so far, I mean, I'm still going to do some brainstorming on this, but so far I'm thinking this is going to be my mood, like my health journal, all things about my health, mental health, physical health, exercise. That's what I'm thinking that this is going to be. So if there was additional journaling I wanted to do, I like that I have the space for it and I can categorize it. Okay, using things around you to measure size. Cool. You can use parts of your body or common items around you to estimate measurements when out and about. Measure the following with a ruler for future reference. Oh, that's cool. My God, I never thought of that. So if you're wanting to measure something with your thumb and your pinky, measure. Oh, I see. And they give you like a ruler here on the side. So for me, I have tiny hands. So that would be, well, depending on how, so that'd be about 12 inches. So if I measure something 12 inches or thumb to pointer finger, that's a neat idea. This one here though, this ruler won't work because it's arm to arm, but I think that's a good idea, measuring that yourself. And then your feet, and then they give you space here in these brackets for you to put what your measurements are. So if you're out and about and don't have a tape measure with you, you know, based on your fingers, hands, feet, how, what the measurements are. That's actually kind of brilliant. Size of common items, a credit card, and they give you the measurements, A4 size paper, letter size paper, Hobonichi, Techo Weeks cover, and line of sight when wearing shoes. Height subtracted by approximately 10 centimeters or 4 inches. It's like really stuff that you would never think that would be in a planner. They kind of think of that clever stuff. Okay, so they give you a favorites list. This could be, maybe be like favorite yoga classes for me. The ones that I feel good from and I don't feel like it was too strenuous. I have to avoid very strenuous exercises right now. So that could be good. And then my 100, same as the Techo or the cousin. My favorite things. Oh, that's cool. So book, music, movie, and they give you the actual topics there. Favorite way to spend a day off, what I love more than anything right now, something I loved when I was a child, what I love about one person I love, something small I would like to forget but if I didn't write it down. What? Something small I like but would forget if I didn't write it down. It's cool. It's like memories, right? You can look back and go, in that year, this is what I was into. And then here's your conversation stuff. How to have better conversations. And then your kind of habit tracker. Addresses. They give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the cousin, you get 8. And then your if lost, found. So you put your info there. And then it comes with one corner pocket. It's an adhesive pocket. And how do I open? Ah, there we go. So it comes with one pocket. You can put wherever you want in your planner. And it also comes with these ribbons. I like that. So you can have one for the month that you're on. I know a lot of people that I watch, they usually cut them off, but I think I'm going to use them. So where's January, December? So have one for January and then have one for the week that you're on. So first week of January. I like it. I'm looking forward to utilizing this, but also decorating it and making it just so cute. I find when something is decorated and pretty, I am more motivated to use it. I also got a cover. So similar to this one, it's just a clear cover to protect it. And then I can put some vellum behind it to make it look pretty. I'm going to continue using my moat term for my cousin. I don't see myself getting a moat term or an expensive cover for the weeks. I'm not sure. That could change. But right now, I'm thinking of just sticking with this. So what they give you in this cover here, this I thought, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was sort of like you can punch it out and it's like a bookmark so it can go in, because it's going to sit like this. So then you can kind of peel that off and then that can mark your place. Maybe I'm wrong. And then you have your cover. The front goes here and the back goes here. Bear with me. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that. I do like that it has a pocket here, and you can put stuff back here, and then they have another pocket here, put stuff in here, and then you have a pen loop as well. So those are my 2023 Hobonichis. I hope that was helpful for you. I know I was kind of all over the place with showing the different comparisons between the ones I'm currently using versus these. But nonetheless, I hope that that was helpful for you if you are new to Hobonichi or you are considering them, you're curious about them. I was curious about Hobonichi for years. I'm not even exaggerating, years and years and years. But I never thought to buy one for journaling. I just thought, well, I love the ring bound planner. I don't need a book bound planner. That's silly to have two planners. But yeah, when I discovered, through social media, seeing how people journal in these, I thought, oh, there we go. I'm going to have the Hobonichi for journaling. And it has been a game changer for me. I'm absolutely loving sitting down and journaling each day in my Hobonichis. The paper quality is amazing, and I'm consistent for the first time. And I do like having a separate place to do detailed journaling about my health, because before I was just using trackers, and with trackers you're not able to get super detailed, and so I'm looking forward to this. Let me know if you have any questions, you guys. I will link the store below. It's called Fidon Pens. If you are in my side of Ontario, the Greater Toronto area and surrounding, it's in Cambridge, Ontario, and it's a cute little store. You can order online too, so you don't have to drive there. But yeah, it's kind of cool that we have something local to us. All right, I'm going to stop rambling now. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to see how I set these up for next year. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.